Good morning, folks. I am here up by Pool 2, and it's a lovely morning. My friend Lasana, he's sitting across there. Let me just turn this, and you will see that we are by Pool 2, as a matter of fact. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look your boy down there. Your boy do a little shooting this morning, so now he's editing. A lovely morning out here with nature. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Sorry to spoil the view. Coming back to me, sorry to spoil the view. Oops. This thing upside down, so I'm trying to my best, you know what I mean? You know how this go. So your boy coming up here by Pool 2, and Asana made sure that we ain't starving this morning. So I have a aloo pie here. So before I launch out into why I really want to be at the riverside this morning, I had to take my first bite. Can't forget the Lord. Dean's pie. Now I can't eat all of this because I might fall asleep. I have one here for Mama Lou, so don't think I forget Mama Lou. She's sleeping. Well, boss. We stopped by Lyndon, but he said he couldn't make it. So, let me get on to some business. Look at boy Sana. Look at boy Sana walking here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sana, you're looking good behind the camera, boy.
Yeah, man. Salud.
Salud. I'm going to read you something. Might bore you to death, but say what? You will die knowledgeable. I woke yesterday, should I say 2 days ago. It was the day when Mama Lou made the pilau, and Lasana was there. And yesterday, I wanted to read this, but again, I didn't get a chance to do it. So we had cassava yesterday. So we won't forget the order of things. It was pilau, and then cassava and fish. And this morning we start off with some aloo pie. You want to take a dip?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I woke 2 days ago, and the thought came to me, I would like to be a millionaire. But I'm already a millionaire. So now I'm going to give you 9 reasons why you could become a millionaire today. As a matter of fact, a multi-millionaire today. So my first reason is to consider life. This isn't about money, actually. This is about living. Because life is the first deposit to a rich account. Life shows us there's more to the day than gloomy skies, of course. There's also sunshine, that bright celestial element that puts absolute warmth in our bodies. We might be prone to arthritis, that nagging, crippling ailment that deprives us of mobility, that sucks at our aging frames without respect for gender, or even mocks the younger generation. But sunshine brightens our mental state. I believe that. Struggle if you must, but get out into the sunshine. And that's why we're here this morning. We have come out into the early morning There's hardly any breeze around, but we're out here. Because there is life. Get out there in the sunshine because there is life. Let your mind be an agent of positivity to tackle the physical demands of the day. What if there are in the heavenly clusters of white cotton balls, dark spots? I'll show you some dark spots. There's some dark spots, right? But there's a lot of sunshine. What if there are in the heavenly clusters of white cotton balls, dark spots heralding the possibility of later showers? Life, coolness, humidity dissipating, walking in the rain, grounding with nature. Life. Listen to the symphony of birds. There's room for all on rooftops, on overhead wires, in mango trees, amidst the bamboo, on the palm trees. Room for everybody. I mean, take this area for instance. No one is here. But they'll come. They'll come later today. They'll come. Wonder their craftiness in stealing dog chow from the pit bull's bowl and softening the meal in nearby drains. That's the birds. They come down and they go to the dog, the bowl that holds the dog chow. They snip one. They go to the drain where there's a little water gathered, or on the guttering of the homes around, and they dip it. An intelligence all their own, but they must be fed. Provision is made. They're not complaining. They won't get fed. Life. Mamalu's garden absorbs the last dewdrops, opens her gorgeous petals for bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds, foraging for nectar. Life. There's water in our taps today. A good day for washing, for the kettle, for coffee or tea, crackers and bread, sada roti or arepas, or aloo pies, pumpkin or bodi or boat, maybe just cheese. Out in the porch, hearty good mornings float on friendly breezes. These help you to ignore the senseless sneers of unfriendlies who think you are pompous, worthless, or don't act your age, all the while pretending to be respectful to elderlies. This here is a little pull-up on young people who should show a lot of respect to elderlies, who pretend sometimes to show respect to elderlies, ignoring some, wanting to uplift others, all the while with a guise of belittling. Why? Is there a need for that? Life, we thank God for another day. Number 2, awareness. Mama Lou is still in bed, but she will rise soon as she has promised us pilau. And that was the day I wrote this. Like the sunlight, she brightens my day. I listen for her stirring. Usually I prepare her breakfast, but lately Sana has been doing this. Dean's potato pies, doubles or spicy chana. Mama Lou recently bought a lot of chana from Price's supermarket, but it is still cooling off in the fridge. When she does cook it, we know it will taste great because she's a great cook. Awareness. Mama Lou just brought me a glass of water. I needed it. I enjoy preparing breakfast for Mama Lou. Nothing spectacular. Coffee, however, is a must. Crackers or bread with fried eggs or cheese, she's satisfied. A banana or grapes or an apple. We're not big on cereal. She's not fussy. I'm acutely aware of the simple things my wife, a reminder of roles in the partnership. That's why I use the expression my wife. I'm acutely aware of the simple things my wife enjoys. A swim in the sea or river, browsing the garden, preparing coconut bakes, plenty laughter, connecting meaningfully to family, friends, or strangers. I'm aware too that she can be and has been disappointed by some she trusted, intentions misunderstood. But she remains undaunted. There are those who know her. They believe in a forgiving spirit. I do too. And that's seldom. That seldom happens. But it is nice when a husband, a wife, a mother, a father could exercise a forgiving spirit. Sometimes we don't treat parents well. Parents don't treat sons or daughters well. But I remember occasions when there was the spirit of forgiveness in the air, and it worked, and it worked. Number 3, kindness in word or action. Ambiguity is detrimental. It has sent to the grave many a good relationship. Mixed signals in word or action are the beginning of troubles. Better to be frank than to be politely sarcastic or mischievous. Save friendships or relationships with true motives. And if you're being a help, do so without prejudice. Spread it. It has been duly noted that the human heart is desperately wicked. If we turn on the inward searchlight, we might recover from absolute failure. The inward searchlight. We got to search our hearts. We got to let our minds roam. Are we being true people? Are we being conscious of helping out? Hey fella, where are you? Well, let's pull some strokes here. I'm going to show you what it's like to be up here early in the morning, enjoying the environment. Hey!
Yeah, man. Water cold like ice, boy.
That's good. That's good. Okay, I gotta be careful with this thing. I don't want it to drop to the ground. Okay, oops, now it's gone too high. But I guess that's fine. Yes. It has been duly noted that the human heart is desperately wicked. If we turn on the inward searchlight, we might recover from absolute failure. It's worth the effort. Trust me. It's really worth the effort. Number 4, willingness. We are retirees, but you might be still on someone's payroll. You might be still. Commitment, however, demands we be reliable wherever. Lots to do around the home, lots to do in the workplace. An honest day's work for an honest day's pay. No better formula for national success. Number 5, humor. Remember a good joke? When last did you get a good joke? When last did you, split your cheeks at a good joke? Repeat it to yourself daily if need be. Reader's Digest had useful articles, but the most famous page was the humor column. Why? Because readers needed a good laugh. A good laugh demolishes the strain of the moment. It takes away the stress that's getting the better of our nerves. It tells us that life doesn't have to be all ugly and punishing and disappointing and, dark and gloomy. Laugh even at yourself for something silly you yourself occasioned. Always see the funny side of life. Did you notice yesterday when Mama Lou was imitating Lasana, how he was going to say, hey, this food tastes really good? It's only when we were replaying the video that I saw how comical Mama Lou looked. And I missed it because I was taping and seriously bent on capturing every moment. And yet, as I look back at it, Mama Lou was pretty funny. It brought a good laugh. Number 6, walk around your neighborhood. You'll be surprised, or maybe not, how many lonely residents are out there. They too once walked on mornings or evenings, as you're doing now, but age and illness have descended on them, and so they are fast becoming invisible. But chances are you might see someone leaning on the front fence with that jaded look in the eyes. Reflections of fading memories of a time when health and youth prevailed. I met a man once as I was walking. He walked with his wife many a morning. And do you know, he eventually got blind. And that particular morning when I walked, he knew me by name. And I called out to him. And he was just trying with the broom to just kind of sweep up the garage a bit, Sweep up the garage a bit. And I said to him, mornings. And he said, hey, Lance, yeah, how are you doing? And he stood at the gate talking with me. And I was glad that I had hello to him. Reflections of fading memories of a time when health and youth prevailed. Remember their names? Everyone, motivational speaker Dale Carnegie once said, loves to hear their names called. The Scots are good at this. When the Scots talk to you, they usually say, like if I'm talking to a Scots man is talking to Lasana, 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 or Lulu, or Lance, and they keep calling your name, and you develop a kind of a bond with the person because your names are important. Yes, everyone loves the sound of their names. It gives the assurance of being a person, not just a people. To be remembered drives away the boredom, the loneliness. Number 7, visit the nearby market. The most down-to-earth people in this world are those you meet in the market, in Tunapuna, Arima, the one in St. Lucia. Hard-working sons and daughters of the soil. They bend their backs in the sun and rain, intent on producing food for our tables. There is a camaraderie in the market that transcends race, religion, and rivalry. We have all faced the toils of the day to bring our produce to the stalls. That's what they echo in their movement. We have all faced the toils of the day to bring our produce to the stalls. We shout at the top of our lungs to proclaim the day's catch, but no one is offended. Such a brotherhood, and to or from the market, see progress in full flight. These 3-story buildings replacing an old pharmacy whose name you've already forgotten. A storefront erasing the visual impact of a cinema you entered for only 25 cents. A massive bank and car park that brought down the curtains of an old store that once sold Christmas linoleum and Yuletide accessories. In all this, reminisce without remorse. Changes will continue. We accept the changes. Number 8, moving on with hope. Sickness and death are no strangers to our homes. Our grandparents spoke of this. Their ancestors talked of this. Yes, they steal our joy. They cause many to blaspheme. They harden hearts. They push away those who are innocent of their grief. Yet there are those who accept the inevitable. They forbid atheistic thoughts. They cry but do not complain. They remember good times. They build new memories with the living. They hang on to divine promises of eternal rewards. They learn to be happy again. That's the thing about life, learning to be happy again. Number 9, the final portion, liberty or freedom. Our neighbor has pigeons, homing pigeons. Each morning they are free to spread their wings, alighting on rooftops, electricity poles, diving gracefully to road or lawns, pecking at anything that resembles a meal. Most of all, they appear happy to be free. And should we, who are of a more intelligent species, who can visualize liberty in a more definite context, be happier than those of the animal kingdom? We know how to care, to mediate, to be just, to love. The pigeons know when to return home as one body. We know too about unity and its far-reaching effect. Now, it's time to make our solid contribution to life. Go for it. Become a multimillionaire today without spending a dollar. What do you say, the old man?
Boy, that's why I always say I'm a millionaire.
That's why you always say that?
I always say that.
Yeah?
I am a millionaire. Yeah, I'm a millionaire.
Define it.
Boy, I have endless resources. Right at my fingertips. Right now I own this piece of the river here. Because it's only me alone bathing in it. Look at that. I just tell people, I own the botanical gardens. I own Stallmeyer's Castle. The whole Magnificent Seven belongs to me. All the beaches, all the good beaches, Maracas Bay, that is mine. So when you go to my beach to bathe, please don't leave your rubbish on my beach for me, please.
What about even here?
Or even they my backyard, you know. Correct, my backyard. So all they don't come and leave no set of rubbish here, BB pampers and all them kind of thing. We ain't want that up here. Right? Nice. I hope they get my point, you know.
I believe they have.
All right, good.
So, friends, I talked just earlier about taking a walk. I'm going to finish my pie. Santa, there's another one here for you.
I good, man.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm going to take a little walk because when we were here with Liba, she used to do this. So I have fun memories, and I'm going to exercise a little bit of these memories.
Was it tape for you?
Please, yes, that would be nice. Oh,
The camera could flip.
what to do is this. Hold on a second there. Oops. Right, thank you.
We couldn't get to flip the camera.
You could take it off if you like and use it by hand.
Stop it then.
No, don't stop it. You want to pause it.
With the black man.
It's up there. You ain't too far away. Yeah, man. Look at the tangle of bamboo up there, nobody.
Yeah.
If you want. You want.
Let me give you back because see what happened. I don't want you to reach too far from them bags.
Go right ahead. So, folks, thank you for the morning that you have allowed me to utter some words. Trust that you have a good day. Thank you for everything.